So you see, what had happened was, let's start and let's go back 24 hours from right now. So we started the day doing some snow wheeling. It was a beautiful day. This is the first snow of the year up in Lake Tahoe. So we were going up to the Rubicon Trail. We went to Uncle Tom's Cabin. Uncle Tom's Cabin is a super cool bar out in the middle of nowhere. You go through Georgetown in California, shoot your way up to the lake, and in between those two basically is this bar. Leaving that place, we were in about a foot and a half of snow, just having fun with the Jeep. We were aired down to 8 PSI, and the Jeep was running great, having no issues. We were just blazing new trails, finding new paths. It was just an awesome, beautiful day, sunny. And after that, we actually made our way to the Rubicon Trail, and we were able to get some miles on the Rubicon Trail, probably about a mile in. Went through the granite slabs, and it got a little sketchy, so we turned around at a certain point there.
Oh yeah, come to California, bro. Oh, the weather is great. Yo, yeah, you're gonna have a great time.
Just hook it up to that strap. Quit your bitching. So on our way back, we had a hotel in South Lake Tahoe for the night, and there was about an inch of snow on the road. And we were going probably about 30-35 miles per hour. I was in four-wheel drive, and we were still aired down to 8 PSI. I figured I'd aired up once I got back to like a nice dry pavement. And it's about a 30-mile road from the Rubicon Trail back to Highway 50. We were cruising, and I came onto a left turn. This is when I lost traction in the Jeep. I tried to give it throttle to throttle out of the turn. I knew hitting the brakes would just keep sending me straight like I was going. And it was really no use at that point. Went off of a ditch into the side of the road, and it was probably a 6 to 8 foot drop, and we landed on our passenger side. Nobody got hurt, and we were able to get out of the Jeep as soon as we flipped it. So I'm really thankful for that. So we lost traction there, and then ended up in there. It didn't even feel like too bad of an accident. I was actually really surprised when I saw this damage. What had actually stopped us from rolling completely over was a tree, and you can kind of see exactly where this tree was on the roof here. And I mean, it's just completely crumpled this thing like a beer can. But once we kind of reassessed what was going on, we got out of the truck, took a second just to breathe. We figured out a way to use the high lift jack that I have to actually crank the Jeep up back onto its wheels. We put our cooler underneath it, and we're able to let the jack down, go to a different spot, jack it up some more, put a Pelican case on top of that cooler until we got to the point where we could actually just push it over. And we used the winch a little bit to help us too. And that was a pretty cool way to get the Jeep back on its wheels and get it out of there.
It looks so bad, honestly. Oh.
All right.
Take that winch off.
The death of an XJ. A sad day.
What do you have to say to the camera?
This guy's saying I can just high lift it back together.
Hydraulic jack.
Yeah.
A little hydraulic jack.
Make it into a truck.
No, we gotta go. Gotta push all out.
It'll buff out.
It'll buff right out.
Come on.
Don't hit the brakes. Save that fluid. We'll pinch it off.
When we got it out of that ditch, this tire had popped off the bead. That's that 8 PSI. And these aren't bead locks. So I was able to get a jack underneath the tire and pop that bead back on. And I also noticed that my brake went right to the floor, and it's because we snapped off this passenger brake line. I got a vice grips in there, and it's just zip tied out of the way. And while I was doing all that, my brother was opening the roof here, trying to make it so they could actually sit in the back of the Jeep.
I think that honestly made it worse. Trying to crank the roof up.
And so right now the Jeep is smashed up, crumpled up like a beer can. We have 3 brakes, And besides that, I added some transmission fluid, checked all the fluids, we're good to go. The Jeep started right up after the flip. So what we're going to do now is we're going to drive it 3 hours home, and I'm going to take it back to the house, and we'll do some more assessing of what's going on. But yeah, I'm just really thankful that we're all okay. The three of us were in this Jeep, and no injuries. So I think it's obvious that this isn't safe or smart to do. Driving on 3 brakes can be really dangerous, and I don't recommend it. We took our time, had a lot of distance in between cars, and we were able to get home safely, thankfully. But don't recommend this at all. Yeah, I don't know where that exhaust leak came from. It's disappeared. I think that the exhaust got disconnected. Just random. Oh, that sounded good. All right, so let's kind of go over this damage. So the whole roof is absolutely crushed here. This C-pillar is bent in and also a little bit forward. And somehow the door bent out. I don't know. And then back here by the hatch has been pushed forward. But somehow the door still opens and closes perfectly on both sides. Then on the passenger side, there's that dent from the high lift jack. I really don't care about that. This window, we could put new glass in it. It just got blown out from all this shit that flew out when it rolled over. And there's just dents everywhere. But yeah, this is also something. She's got some curves to her now. So we found ourselves at a crossroads here. There's a few options that we can take with this Jeep, and some are better than others. So the first option is to try to fix this thing, and I don't know how much that we can actually get that damage out of the roof. Structurally wise, it's pretty much destroyed, and I know it'll never be the same, but I don't even know if I can get it good enough to be able to daily drive it or drive it into town. So I don't know, that's one option. The second option would be to buy another Cherokee and transfer all of the parts from this one to that one. But that's going to be the price of these Jeeps this day, $3,000 to $5,000 for a base Cherokee and over 100 hours to swap all these parts over. So that's a huge undertaking too. Not something that I really want to do because this Jeep runs great, just has the damage. The third option that I know everyone's going to say, but I am not going to do, is cut the roof off this thing. Some people think that that looks good. I am not one of those people. I think it looks terrible. And the amount of damage that's on this thing, I would have to cut the roof off like right after that front door. So, I mean, that's kind of just a dumb thing to do, in my opinion. It's not for me. So yeah, I have a couple options. I got to think about what I'm going to do, and I'm curious to what you think I should do. So drop me a comment down below. And while you're at it, hit like. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, hit that subscribe button. And I'm going to be putting out some new content on this Jeep and projects coming up very soon. And I'm sure you'll like it. So until the next video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you around.